Hey everyone, I just want to let you all know that look at this graph. Not even 15% of my viewers who watch my videos actually subscribe to me. If you don't subscribe to me, then you probably love Rule 34. Now, if you want to know who LizzieTheRatcicle15 is, she is a Splatoon Gmodder who has made a lot of really good videos. I am technically one of those Splatoon fans, even though I am an Inkling myself, and I do think her videos are pretty good, but there are some pretty bad videos, and that's why I'm doing a top 10 best and worst LizzieTheRatcicle15 videos. Now, quick rules before we go over this list. The only videos I've seen, because LizzieTheRatcicle15 has hundreds of videos, well, only like 103 videos on her channel, so I'm not going to be reviewing all of them. And literally 1/3 of her videos is Vine videos, which I'm not going to reveal because they're not animations. Now, don't get mad at me for being a hater, because I don't hate LizzieTheRatcicle15's videos. Most of them are really good, and I really love watching every second of them. So this is my top 10 best and worst LizzieTheRatcicle15 videos. Here we go. Surprise, motherfucker! This video is the inspiration for this video to actually happen. I'm at Soup. This video is so hilarious, but it has a pretty simple plot. Callie calls Marie and says like some complaints about Soup being in a store called Soup. And I know the joke is kinda getting old at times, I still find it pretty funny. Callie and Marie were both pretty enjoyable in this video, and the ending, while it has nothing to do with the video, was not bad. It was actually just meh. Still, this video is a fun joy to watch. Now, I don't have a lot to say about this video because this video is pretty short, but still, I have a great time watching it.
Today, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
Now, the videos on the worst list from number 10 to 8 are videos that I don't particularly hate, but are still pretty mediocre. So the first one up is Squid Sisters vs. the UFO. I didn't particularly hate this video, but it's pretty weak. The video has next to nothing to do with the title. It doesn't even talk about the UFO until literally halfway through this 2-minute video. The first half is just filler. Callie and Marie are just talking about completely random stuff, and it isn't super enjoyable. Thankfully, the second part of the video is kind of interesting. I guess the fight was kind of lacklustered, but it wasn't bad. The part where Callie gets squashed by the UFO was kind of unnecessary, and the video just ends, making me ask, that's it? So overall, the video is pretty mediocre. There is literally nothing interesting that happens here. But luckily, the video is too short to put it any higher. Surprise, motherfucker! For Callie's guitar riff, I wouldn't say the video started off the best. The video starts off with Callie making a huge mess in the kitchen with her shades on. And I mean, the outfit that she's wearing is kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's not the first time she's actually used that outfit. She also used it in Callie's Prank Revenge, which we'll talk about that video soon. Then Marie breaks Callie's shades because Callie was not allowed to wear them. And this naturally upsets Callie. So then she sees that she has her guitar riffed, and then she wants to play it to make her not angry. And this is where the video gets better. Normally, I don't like heavy metal music that much, but this is a banger. Oh, what the hell? At first, I was confused of who was actually playing the drums, and it turns out it was this cat. I forgot the name of this cat, and I don't even want to find out what his name is. So overall, this is a pretty solid video, even though it's pretty simple, which is why it's at number 9 on the list.
Today, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
There is one redeeming quality that has to be said in LizzieRaccicle's 8-year anniversary. Ralph is in this video. Ralph is my favorite LizzieTheRatcicle15 character by far, and he has no bad appearances and doesn't even do anything horrible. Even by Ralph being in this video isn't very good. This video is literally a rehash of the pancake fight, which the pancake fight is an actual good video, And this is literally just copying it. Think of SML videos like Don't Wake Jeffy, where that video is literally the same thing as Jeffy's whistle. And I do think Don't Wake Jeffy is worse. I do think this video is still really mediocre, and I do think Ralph saved this video by a lot. I don't really like rehashes, and this one honestly is no different.
Surprise, motherfucker!
One video, judging by the thumbnail and the title name, I thought it would be bad, but it actually was pretty good video. The video is Dinos and Dragons. I found this video real clever. It starts off with Ralph Skipper explaining about what happened after Crash was invited in LizzieTheRatcicle15's friend group. This video starts off with Marie telling Crash about the whole household rules, and then eventually they hear Callie having problems with Yoshi about the food that he doesn't want to eat. I get what this video is trying to do, but Yoshi should have actually told Callie what Yoshi should actually eat. This scene leads to Callie and Marie arguing about which food Yoshi should actually eat, and then this leads to Yoshi exiting the house to find some food that he likes. And then Crash makes facial expressions to Callie about Yoshi escaping the house, since Crash can't really talk. And then this video introduces to Spyro the Dragon. He is an amazing LizzieTheRatcicle15 character, but I don't think he's as good as Ralph Skipper. Then eventually Spyro meets Yoshi, and then this video's formula begins. Spyro and Yoshi try looking for fruit, and Callie and her friends try finding Yoshi. However, what puts this at number 8 on the best list is that this video has a decent amount of filler that is absolutely unnecessary, to the point where it's 23 minutes long. Let's skip to the ending. The ending is probably one of the best endings I've ever seen in a LizzieTheRatcicle15 video. It might not be the best ending, but it's up there. Callie starts crying that she's been a terrible mom to Yoshi. Then Yoshi, Ralph, and Spyro hear Callie crying. And probably in one of the most beautiful endings I've ever seen, Yoshi actually cares about Callie and actually feels for her about how she treated Yoshi. The ending was so freaking sweet, and it was sweet enough to put this on the list. Even though the middle was filler, it was good, but not amazing. I genuinely did not expect to like this great video.
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat Larissa that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
Well, this video exists. I don't know why this exists, but this video just exists. This video starts with Callie just playing a game about... what is this game? This video is just about Callie just playing a game too much, and this causes a PlayStation to get overheated. And then LizzieTheRatcicle15 enters the room in probably one of the funniest quotes I've ever heard. But it doesn't really redeem this video that much.
Nani?
Yeah, I gotta admit, that was pretty funny, but this video is literally just nothing. The plot is just so confusing, I really don't get it. This video just exists.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, I probably enjoyed Callie's prank revenge a little bit more than I should have. I actually prefer Callie's prank revenge a tad bit better than Dinos and Dragons. The video involves the beginning with Ralph and Marie just chilling and just relaxing for a bit, kind of like what I do. They eventually hear Callie getting trapped inside a box because she was in a prank in like the forest. While I do love Ralph Skipper in this video analyzing who this creature could have pranked Callie would be, I'll be the first to admit that the beginning lasted a lot longer than it should have been because it didn't really talk about Callie's prank revenge until literally like 1/3 of the way through the video. And do you want to know how long this video is? 26 minutes! It's even longer than Dinos and Dragons. Callie eventually interacts with this mad scientist named Dr. Cortex, who is not really a great character, he's more of a good character. I wouldn't say he's technically a good guy because he doesn't really have enough time to actually be a bad guy. Most of the traps he's actually creating ends up attacking himself, Callie, or more importantly, Ralph Skipper. I felt bad for Ralph Skipper throughout most of the video because Ralph Skipper is my favorite character and I don't want him to die in any of these videos. You might actually be saying, wait, is this technically a Ralph torture video? Not really, because I think the ending is probably my favorite LizzieTheRatcicle15 ending I've ever seen. It's even more beautiful than the Dinos and Dragons ending, because the Bandicoot actually feels bad for Callie about how he actually treated her. So yeah, this is the video before Dinos and Dragons actually existed. Not just that, but the ending was also pretty funny because Ralph just carried the ending by a lot. Ralph got really irritated in the ending because he actually just got tired of getting trapped in Callie and the mad scientist's pranks. I'll show you a clip of the ending of how funny it actually is.
Remember, kids, don't trust the word of a mad scientist. You or your friends could get hurt. Oh! Damn it!
Ralph, are you okay?
That's it! I'm ending this video before I get killed!
Some of you may not find the ending funny, but I certainly found it really funny.
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
I think the Splatfests on Splatoon are really fun to watch, but I do think Chicken vs. Egg is actually that plot done wrong. However, the beginning of this video was fine. The Inklings are just hanging out and it's neat, but it doesn't do anything with the plot. But the beginning cannot save this really mediocre video. This is the worst mediocre video on this list. This is one of the worst Splatfests I've ever seen on YouTube. Not just on LizzieTheRatcicle15. This is one of the worst Splatfests I've ever seen from other animators who do Splatoon G mods. Even Lizzie herself says that this Splatfest is the worst Splatfest she has created. You know what's funny? The Splatfest itself isn't even the worst part of this video. Let's talk about the Splatfest real quick. The Splatfest itself is such a mess. The turf war wasn't even fair at all because there was more chickens than the squids themselves. And plus, the chickens are not even squids. They are chickens. The chickens start knocking out Claudes, and this just turned into a disgusting video. It isn't as disgusting as some of the other worst videos, but this is especially disgusting. There's a bunch of weird scenes here that I don't even want to talk about. Let's just say this. If you know, you know. And the ending. Oh my god, the ending. The ending is one of the worst LizzieTheRatcicle endings ever made. It turns out Pearl and Marina were the ones who created this horrible Splatfest, and they can actually see some mad Inklings wanting a better Splatfest. And then Pearl actually only cares about watching TV rather than actually creating a Splatfest. Pearl was freaking terrible here. Marina was okay here. Marina actually wanted Pearl to actually create a better Splatfest. This is one of Pearl's worst appearances in LizzieTheRatcicle15 as a whole. Why is this placed at number 7 though? The beginning was fine and it actually helped this video go down a little bit. If you are a fan of Splatfests in Splatoon, please don't watch this video.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Dare to Swear is pretty interesting. But here's the thing, I actually did not like the beginning of this video. The beginning is basically Marie torture. What Marie is doing is just setting up the roof and then accidentally hurts her hand because Callie interrupted her. That means she accidentally sweared in front of kids. First the F word and then the S word for literally no reason. The next day, one of the kids' parents actually went into Marie's home, basically for that kid to tell her parents about what Marie actually said. Marie tries to confess about what actually happened, but she just slaps her. The parent literally has no life whatsoever, and she's one of the worst LizzieTheRatcicle15 characters and one of the worst one-time characters. This bad beginning has literally no reason to be in this video whatsoever. Thankfully, after the bad beginning, this video started to get better. Captain Cuttlefish was pretty enjoyable because he actually showed everyone the swear jar and how everyone needs to pay money just for them actually saying a swear word. For the rest of the video, every time a character swears, they have to pay money. It mostly happens to Marie because Marie accidentally swears because some bad stuff keeps happening to her. The reason why I liked the rest of the video is because the ending made me like the rest of the video because of how satisfying it was. But back to the middle of the video. Marie does stuff like calling the Bandicoot names for not having actual good pizza, losing to an arcade game by Ralph, getting irritated by Cuttlefish by putting strawberries on pancakes, giving Claude and Spiral food but accidentally slips, getting pissed off at a seagull for ruining Callie and Marie's lunch, trying to get a book from a library but books keep falling onto her. And that's basically how the entire video goes. I found it pretty funny how Marie keeps swearing, but the ending is easily the best part of this video. The ending is so satisfying, where Callie swears for like 15 seconds and it's really enjoyable to watch because Callie actually got karma for what she has done to Marie in the beginning of the video. I'm not gonna lie, the beginning sucked, but the ending was karmically justified.
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
Now on to actual bad videos. The first one up, Wario and the Burrito. This video is really short, so I won't have a lot of stuff to say about this one. But what I'll say is that Wario was awful here. He was definitely worse than he was in the Jungle Treasure, even though the Jungle Treasure is still a mediocre video. This video is just bad. He literally steals Pearl's burrito for no reason, only because he's hungry. He then eventually eats the burrito right in front of Pearl. And the ending was awful, where Wario farts right in front of Pearl. But what puts this on the list is that Pearl actually did not do anything wrong in this video. I mean, she did do something wrong in Chicken vs. Egg, but here, she did not do anything wrong. But the good thing about this video is that this video is short, so I won't be as frustrated with this video as some of the other videos on the worst list.
Surprise, motherfucker!
There's a video from LizzieTheRatcicle15 that a lot of people loved, so I watched it, and yeah, it's pretty good, but it's not my favorite. That video is Octavio Moves In. This video starts off with Claude just gambling all of her money for a Nintendo Switch, and then she turns on the news to see that DJ Octavio has been freed from prison. Before Octavio shows up, Claude tells Marie and Callie about what happened with Octavio and how he escaped prison. And they are not happy about this. Not even Cuttlefish was happy about it. They kept on talking about Octavio and they're mated by him. DJ Octavio. He is easily the best part in this entire video, with his extremely deep, dark, sinister voice. He wants to move in because he has no other place to stay in, so he does stay in and he does mildly bad things to the family. He first cuts down a tree and then almost lands on Cuttlefish, and then Claude gets blamed for this. And eventually, after all of his shenanigans, Claude's had enough of DJ Octavio ruining everything, so she kicks him out. But DJ Octavio finds ways to get back in. Now off topic before we get into the mall scene, look at Callie's face. Yeah, isn't that stunning? Yeah, the mall scene was fun, but there are a few stuff that annoy me specifically in this scene. Octavio trying to get a bed from this Jamaican Splatoon dude was pretty enjoyable, and he had to try to get the bed for Marie and Callie to survive. I will admit I did not like the ending because of how weird Captain Cuttlefish is and how nothing of a plot this is to DJ Octavio. Cuttlefish first has his shirt off, which I'm actually alright with, but once he was naked in the store, I absolutely did not like the ending and I absolutely hated it. This scene alone made this video go from a 9.5 out of 10 to an 8.5 out of 10. But I overall enjoyed the rest of the video. Please ignore the ending because it has nothing to do with DJ Octavio.
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
I know there's a lot of LizzieTheRatcicle15 fans that actually like this video, but for me, I just did not like this one. The video is Claude Gets Stuck. This video is just really irritating to watch. Now the concept here is fine. Claude gets stuck in a pipe seems like a pretty good concept, but I don't think she executed it correctly, and it ended up being another really bad video. The beginning of the video is Claude's eating McDonald's. Don't eat McDonald's, people, or you'll get fat. And then she sees a pipe and wants to go in it, but then she gets stuck. The people she's actually trying to ask in order for her to get unstuck are not really that helpful. Sure, Marie is tolerable, at least in the first scene, because she actually tries getting some stuff for her to get unstuck. The people that Claude is trying to ask to help are Captain Cuttlefish, this cat whose name is Judd, Marie, and Callie. Now, are the characters good or bad? Captain Cuttlefish has literally no reason to be in this video. Judd is just so brain dead and stupid. Marie was good for the first half, and Callie was so awful here. Now, why did Marie get bad during the second half? Well, listen. Callie did not want to help Claude get stuck out of the pipe, and Callie was just so irritating here. She literally just hates Claude for no reason. Why can't she just help Claude just get out, even if you hate that person? And then Claude starts getting real angry at Callie about what she actually said to Claude. And this lets Marie not help Claude whatsoever. And I haven't even got up to the ending. The ending was just real bad, and it has the "that's it" ending? It has these two Inklings who wanted to pee in the pipe. Yeah, that is the ending. The ending is easily one of the worst endings I've ever seen in a LizzieTheRatcicle15 video. Now, I just do not care about this video whatsoever.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Now on to the videos that are better than Octavio Moves and Saga. The first one up is Ralph Gets Sick. This video is similar to Dinos and Dragons, but this is the better video. Even though this video came out before Dinos and Dragons even existed. What I have to say is that I really love how emotional this video gets. The beginning reminded me of Dinos and Dragons, but it's about how he actually met the Squid Sisters and Claude's. The beginning involves Callie and Ralph going to a store to shop, but Ralph doesn't feel well. And right as they were walking back home, Ralph starts to black out. And then Callie starts calling for help, as if you were someone else. The middle of this video is about the Squid Sisters and Claude's trying to call for help to cure Ralph from the sickness. Which I found fine, even though it did last on for quite a bit. The one thing I actually did remember from this scene is that Callie was reading books to try and get a cure for Ralph, but it just didn't work for her. She eventually tries to make soup for Ralph with a face mask on. This is not during COVID, I promise. And this part closer to the ending is easily the best part of this entire video. I love the bonding between Callie and Ralph, and it's so heartwarming to watch. I actually almost died in tears at this part. This video is perfect for emotion, and it helps make Ralph Get Sick being my top 5 favorite LizzieTheRatcicle15 videos of all time. Before we get to the 4th worst video, I just want to let you know that this video is Ralph's best appearance in LizzieTheRatcicle15 as a whole. This video itself made me absolutely love his character.
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
Most LizzieTheRatcicle15 videos make me feel at least something. Some videos make me feel really emotional, and some other videos make me pissed off. But there is one video that is absolutely nothing, and that video is Why Octavia Hates Sonic Part 2. Even though I do think Why Octavia Hates Sonic Part 1 still isn't good, at least I felt something watching this video. This video made me feel absolutely nothing. What did this video lead up to? Nothing. This video led up to an actual dream by Dr. Eggman. That is literally the entire video. This video has nothing good about it, but it's not as bad as the other videos because this video is pretty short. I get that this video was showing flashbacks of Part 1, but there actually has to be a much more reasonable ending for this to actually end. This video makes no sense. But there are 3 more videos on the worst list that I think are a lot more worse than this.
Surprise, motherfucker!
These are the type of videos I want to see more of. I really liked Catch the Cheesecake Thief. While Ralph Gets Sick is portrayed as an emotional video, Catch the Cheesecake Thief is a really fun video to watch.
Okay, where's my cheesecake?
This video starts with Jeff and Georgia just relaxing on the couch, and then Claude comes in and brings out cheesecake for them. Now, you may think SML Shrek is the Cheesecake Thief, but he isn't, and Shrek is never even in LizzieTheRatcicle15 to even begin with. The cheesecake thief then enters the house and then steals the cheesecake, because he's the cheesecake thief. Then Claude and Jeff go after the cheesecake thief, leaving Georgia behind. Sorry about that, Georgia. The ways they actually have to catch the cheesecake thief are done in the more intelligent ways. The way they chased the cheesecake thief lasted for a long time, which was fine because the cheesecake thief is hard to catch. That's why it's called Catch the Cheesecake Thief. Their next plan was to set a trap for the cheesecake thief, which actually failed, because the cheesecake thief got the bait way too quickly and the thwomp ended up landing on Jeff and Claude's. They eventually steal hoverboards from Sonic and Jet, and it was pretty funny.
Sonic?
What?
You're an asshole!
Right back at you.
And the hoverboard scene where Lizzie and Jeff had to catch the cheesecake thief was so fun to watch. This scene leads to the scene with Cuttlefish, Callie, and Marie. Captain Cuttlefish was actually pretty enjoyable here, even if he has a small role. And then the ending involves Callie and Marie killing the cheesecake thief for stealing their pancakes. Overall, this video was so enjoyable. One negative I can point out in this video is that this video could have done a teeny bit better, but overall this video was almost perfect.
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
I'm not gonna lie, the top 3 were really difficult for me to choose. The third worst wasn't that difficult, so that's why number 3 is IPCAC drinking contest. I don't know if I said IPCAC correctly, but I despise this video. This challenge that Cuttlefish is creating is honestly one of the worst challenges I have ever seen on YouTube. The whole entire challenge is to drink some IPCAC and without throwing up. I wish that throwing up was only in one scene, but this is the entire video. I get that it's the point of the video, but it still doesn't make this video good at all. Who wants to watch people throwing up for a minute, even if this video has literally no plot? This might seem a little cliche, but I don't care at this point. This video is the worst of Captain Cuttlefish. He literally hosted a challenge for Callie, Pearl, and Judd, and all of them threw up. He made all of them throw up, and he even threw up himself. This is the most disgusting video I have ever seen from LizzieTheRatcicle15. Now, there are some SML videos that are more disgusting, like for an example, Shrek's Crappy Wish or The Couch. But this is the most disgusting LizzieTheRatcicle15 video I have ever seen. And the beginning, well, it's okay. It definitely did not save this terrible video. In my opinion, this is the worst Christmas special I have ever seen. It has literally next to nothing to do with Christmas. Okay, I'm done talking about this video.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, it had to be on the list. Lizzie Radical's Misadventures Part 1 is a fantastic start to the series. Claude wants to start a Splatfest with this guy named Kyoshi, who is Claude's new neighbor. I will say there is actually one scene from this I didn't really like. The scene with Red and Octavia was easily the weakest part of this entire video. It wasn't terrible, but this scene just exists. Thankfully, the turf war here was actually really fun to watch. The plot is definitely more handled than Chicken vs. Egg, which Chicken vs. Egg was actually on the worst LizzieTheRatcicle15 videos list. At least we got a hilarious scene from Callie, which was really funny and I actually got a laugh out of me.
Aw, how cute.
Oh, what?
Someone is in love.
Hey, shut up, Callie. I'm not in love.
Since Claude and her team won the turf war, she gets to have a lot of money. But what does she do? She actually gives the money to her opponent. Since she knew that her opponents actually tried during the turf war, she actually gives the money to her opponent. And it was a really heartwarming ending. I absolutely loved it. So overall, Lizzie Radical's Misadventures Episode 1 was a fantastic start to the series. But there is one video that I think is better than this. But for right now...
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
I'm not gonna lie, debating what is the second worst LizzieTheRatcicle15 video was actually really difficult. It actually took me about 15 minutes just to find out which video was worse. and I'm not comfortable with my final decision, the second worst LizzieTheRatcicle15 video is Claude wants Callie's butt. I hated this one almost instantly. I cannot stand ass jokes in general, and this one is no different. The entire video is Claude's being a creep in this video, and it's really hard to watch. This video feels exactly like Wario and the Burrito, but Pearl would be Callie, and Wario would be Claude's. Here's the thing. Callie actually did not do anything wrong in this video. She only just wanted to have pancakes, and that's it. This video is easily Claude's worst appearance in LizzieTheRatcicle15 as a whole. She is so creepy towards Callie that it's honestly pretty uncomfortable to watch. I genuinely don't get why LizzieTheRatcicle15 thought this was a good idea for a video, because even the plot itself sounds like a terrible idea. But she executed to a whole new horrible level. This video is a dumpster fire. But there is one video I think is worse than this horrible video. But first, we got some honorable and dishonorable mentions. Let's start with the honorable mentions. The Vicious Cycle of Two Fort, the Pancake Fight, Callie Buys a Dragon Egg, the Chili Contest, Callie's Pet Sea Sale Reboot, and New Year's Eve Special are just generic good videos. A Squid Miss Special. It could have done a little bit better, but I still found the video great. Callie Scares Lizzie Radical was originally going to be number 10 on the list before I rewatched Dinos and Dragons. Captain Cuttlefish's Home Alone was hilarious at times, but I did not really like the ending because of how weird it was. And Marie's Tricky Holiday. While confusing at times, I still found it pretty enjoyable. Now on to the dishonorable mentions. Why Octavia Hates Sonic, Copy Callie, and Callie Scares Lizzie Radical Part 2 are just generic mediocre videos. The Jungle Treasure has one muted scene in it, but that's about it. And Callie and Waffles. The video just has a joke about Callie not wanting to have waffles and having pancakes instead. Now on to each number one.
Surprise, motherfucker!
All of the LizzieTheRatcicle15 videos that were on my best list are in the 8 to 9.5 out of 10 range, but this one is a different exception. This is the only perfect 10 out of 10 LizzieTheRatcicle15 video. That video is Lizzie Radical's Misadventures Episode 2. I mean, what else could it possibly be? The other best LizzieTheRatcicle15 videos that were on my best list have at least one flaw in them. But this one does not have any flaws in this one, because there is nothing wrong about this video. This is a perfect introduction to Ralph Skipper. In the beginning where Ralph actually was introduced, he actually sounds a little bit like Morton, to be honest.
Hello everyone, it is nice to meet you all.
And here's my real life friend Morton's voice.
What's up, everybody?
Ralph was fantastic in this video. The way Claude interacts with Ralph is really nice. Also, the turf war here is just a teeny bit better than the turf war in the first episode. This time, Claude has to go against Ralph. I get their motives and how they should actually just fight with each other was pretty fantastic. But at the ending of the turf war, Claude and Ralph said that they actually had a good time with the turf war. Their bonding here was absolutely perfect. Also, the turf war had a lot of really funny scenes that had me die laughing. Also, the replays of the turf war were also shot pretty fantastically. Also, Callie and Marie were also very enjoyable here too. It turns out that they actually really missed Ralph and actually knew who Ralph actually was. I suggest you all watch this video because this is a perfect 10 out of 10 masterpiece that is so underrated that should be watched by a lot of people. Now on to the other one. Oh boy.
G'day, I'm LizzieTheRatcicle. I am a big fat loser that loves to eat Big Macs all day and play video games about this dumb marsupial.
You know, I was originally going to have Claude's Wants Callie's Butt on the #1 worst list, but I watched another video that made me so uncomfortable that my back was literally sweating as the video ended. This video had most of the main characters be at their absolute worst that is rarely seen in LizzieTheRatcicle15. A video that shouldn't even exist. Troubled Date Parody is not just my least favorite LizzieTheRatcicle15 video, but it's one of the worst YouTube videos I've ever seen on YouTube. I would put this right behind YouTube Rewind 2018, Shrek's Crappy Wish, Jeffy's Birthday Surprise, and Baby Basher. The only positive in this video is that DJ Octavio returns. Everything else sucked. Some people say they actually laughed in this video, but for me, I did not laugh once in this entire video.
Oh, what the fuck?
I just cannot stand anything that happens in this one. Like, holy hell, this video is just so painfully unforgiving. This video basically assassinated Callie's character and turned her into an alcoholic when she wasn't even one at all in the first few videos. I really don't know how Australia rules work, because I'm not from Australia, I'm from the United States, but you're not allowed to drink alcohol under the age of 21. And some videos actually contradict Callie and Marie's ages, and they are actually not even adults yet. The date scene is literally embarrassing.
You kissed your mouth with your mother?
Ha ha ha, the joke is so funny that I've literally heard it in other videos, oh my god. Marie even points out that Callie's breath smells like alcohol, and it's terrible. The food scene is embarrassing. Sure, they eat the food that was served to them, but in a more weirder and creepier way. I get that Callie and Marie have boyfriends in this video, but both of their names, I actually forgot them. I am not kidding. I am not watching this uncomfortable mess of a video all over again.
Oh, fuck you! Oh god! What the fuck? What the fuck, okay? Not okay!
Yeah, I haven't even seen Trouble Date yet, but I know it's gonna be bad. And the ending. Oh my god, the ending. It's so unnatural. It turns out Callie actually is drunk. Do not drink alcohol, people. The ending or second half literally has nothing to do with the date. I am literally not kidding. I have never seen more character assassination since Joseph in Joseph the Millionaire. Callie is at her worst for drinking alcohol too early, and Marie is at her worst because she doesn't even want to leave the table that Callie is in. If you really love watching LizzieTheRatcicle15's videos, please ignore this video because this video should be ignored throughout LizzieTheRatcicle15 history. I have a question to ask. Who came up with this disgusting idea of a mess of a video? Now, some of you LizzieTheRatcicle15 fans are gonna say, you probably dislike this because you don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. Even if I did have a girlfriend, I still would not like this video. Overall, this is the worst LizzieTheRatcicle15 video. Have an extremely uncomfortable plot and a bunch of unmemorable characters that don't save this video whatsoever. Overall, this video is so insultingly terrible, and it truly is one of the worst YouTube videos I have ever seen. Quite a bit of a shocking way to end this video, but this is how I feel about all these videos. Most of LizzieTheRatcicle15's videos are actually really good, but a few of them are not very good. So that's all from this extremely long list. I am your host, Lagosto, signing off right now.